Welcome to another episode of the Pie Boy Project. Today we're going to start working on fabrication. We now have the screen working, we've trimmed the pie down, and we have the controls and everything wired up, so I'm ready to start actually modifying the case to fit a few accessories that I would like. To begin with, I want to add an easy way to charge this, and this is just a spare USB cable that I have laying around. It happens to be a USB mini in a wise out to 2 minis. Not really sure if I need that. I'll have to think about it, but at a minimum I'd like to mount this right here. And what I've already gone ahead and done is off camera I went ahead and kind of mounted this up here, and all I did was tack it up with CA glue. Which is, probably mispronouncing this. This is cyanoacrylite, and this is medium viscosity, but basically it's model glue, just a little tiny bit of that and some activator, and it sets up really nice. It's really good for temping things in. So all I did was get it lined up with the top piece, and I just kind of glued it there and I traced it out. So what I'm going to do now is, with the Dremel, I'm going to start cutting away that plastic and stay within the lines here. And ideally, I'm going to end up, I mean, this just looks like it's made to fit in there. We'll probably CA glue it in now. When I start to do the final put together on this whole thing, I'm going to epoxy it in there, just keep it nice and secure. Let me just get everything cleaned up here and ready, and we'll come back. Okay, so I'm just going to get the area prepped up here now, and I'm just going to use a piece of 3M double-sided stick tape, and I just want to hold this thing down when I'm doing this, just so it's not jumping all over the place. So I just stuck it to the back there, and we're going to peel the layer off. I'm terrible at this. Okay. There, it's mostly secure. Okay. So again, I'm just going to start edging away. I'm just going to start edging away at the inside of this marking right here. And I'll probably have some music or something play while I'm doing this, because this will make an awful sound. I am also wearing safety glasses off camera that you can't see. Okay, let's just see how that's looking right there. So a little crooked, but we can clean that up with a file. Just want to do a little fitting here real quick and just see how we're looking. Okay, I could definitely take some more, maybe just a little bit more off of this side. Yeah, kind of straighten that up a little bit. Yeah. It's close though. It's really close. It's really close. Okay, let's see how we're looking. Oh, that's much better. Clean up our plastic a little bit here. We'll hit it with some sandpaper. Clean up the edges there before we button this whole thing up, but that is pretty good. Okay, yeah, there we go. So it's not pushing up on it anymore. Yeah, that came up pretty good. Okay, well, so I've been working on this just a little bit here and there when I can. I haven't been recording all the little bits. You guys are probably tired of seeing me solder by now. What I'm starting to do here, though, is kind of play around with the fitment, just kind of see where I want everything to lay out. I've started to wire in the power switch. It's not really held in or anything right now. It's just kind of set in there. I've got those wired up. I think. Oh, I've got our USB power here, and what I used for that, let me just find them. I got 10 of these. I don't know if it'll show up on camera. If I can get that to focus. I got a 10 pack of these, and there's probably easier ones to do this with, but they were cheap. They were $1. For a couple dollars, and it's just a micro USB. It looks like it's meant to plug into some type of connector, but I just soldered right onto the power pins for that, and that's what this green wire here is. I'll get it all tucked in here. You remember we did the it's been about a week since I did the mod down here, the modification to the shell to fit in our USB power cord. But that's roughly going to sit right about there. This is excess that's going to be cut off. Actually going to be really short, because this is going to bend around and wire into our charging circuit right down here in the corner. Turn it around. So I'm thinking this is the lithium ion charging circuit. It's going to power the battery. So our USB cord is going to wire directly to the plus and minus pins here. I'm not going to try to cram a USB jack in there and wire it around. There's no need for it. I'm waiting on one more part, and that's the I ordered a different 3.7 to 5 volt DC up converter. That's going to fit right in here. At least I'm hoping it's going to fit right in there. Once I get that in, though, I'm going to wire up our battery leads to the battery terminals here. This is battery plus, or battery minus and plus, and then the up converter wires to out plus and minus. And again, I'm kind of hoping I can fit that right in here. Some stuff I'm going to work on right now, at least in the short term, is I've got a bunch of these Momentary push buttons. Again, I just ordered it's like a package of 20 of these, I think, for a couple dollars. I'll link all that in the description below. I think what I'm going to do, though, is I'm either going to use these as I got a bunch. I'm going to put 2 of them together, and I'm going to put those right here in this, because I just noticed, or I noticed earlier, might be kind of hard to see this, but basically 2 of these side by side fit. Let's see if I can get that on camera. They fit perfectly in that gap right there. And it probably wasn't the best shot, but I think I'm going to glue these together with some CA glue. Just model glue, basically. And activator. I'm going to get those together, and I think I'm going to put those in here. Before I do that, though, I'm going to clip the pins, because I don't need all 4. I think these are, I think it's 1 on each side. I just need 1 side. So I'm going to clip those real quick, glue these together, and just kind of tack glue them in here for now, and just kind of see. before I glue them in there, I'm going to wire them. But I'm either going to make these the shoulder buttons, left and right, or L1 and L1 and R1, or R1, R2 and L2, whatever. Or I'm going to make that the X and Y buttons so I don't have to drill into the shell. I think I'm going to make these the shoulder buttons, though, is what I'm going to do. Okay, so I just cut the legs off of that one right there. I'm going to wire these so where the wires are closer to the bottom. I don't want it anywhere up near this ridge to get caught, if it could get caught. Let's just see. I'm just kind of playing around here, guys. Pretty sure I can do that. It's gonna be too close. Are they touching? They don't touch. Okay, that's fine. Just gonna put a little bit of glue on the side here. This out here. Don't need a lot. Just a little dab will do you. Alright, so I just need to carefully, there we go, stick those together. Oh geez, oh crap. That didn't work out very well. Oh, starting to glue my fingers together. Alright, hopefully I don't glue my fingers shut. Oh, this has a nice strawberry smell to it. Oh, I glued it to my finger. It happens. It happens. Oh yeah, that's on there. Ah, there it goes. Okay. So we'll give that a minute to kind of set up. But basically we just glued those two buttons together there. And maybe now can I give you an idea of what I'm thinking? Something kind of like that, where it just kind of sits in the side. I have caps for them too. But I don't know. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Alright, I'm going to let that stuff dry up and come back and get them wired. I've been playing around with the placements of all the components, and I think I've got the I think I've settled on the final design of everything. What I've started to do now is wire up the charging circuit as well as the power circuit for the Pi itself. And the last part of it that I need to do now is wire up the power switch here. And I'll just show you what I did here real quick. I'll move this camera right here. So what I have here, get this on camera. This is just the lithium ion battery charging board. It's got out, plus and minus on the edges, and then battery, plus and minus on the inside. The battery is wired to the B plus and minus terminals, and then that's 3.7 volts out to the voltage up converter. This converts the 3.7 volts from the lithium ion up to, this one actually outputs at 5.1 volts DC at 1 amp. So what we're going to do now is wire the end of this up, which is just wired to a USB connection. I know there's a couple other ways to do this, but this was the easiest, and I had the parts laying around. So I'm going to wire that up to the power switch right now. So So these chips are going to mount right in here. This is my power switch wire. I'm going to trim it right about here, just to give me a little extra wiggle room. Alright. Actually take this out just to make life easier on ourselves. Alright, so like this, the switch is off and on. Looks like brown's going to be our common connection and white is the switch on, or white with brown stripe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire brown to my 5-volt up converter output, the out plus. I'm going to wire brown with white stripe to solid orange here. That will complete the circuit for the power to the Pi. So I'm going to give this a shot. There we go, nice and tidy. I never really claimed to be good at soldering. I'm just trying to give it my best shot. Alright, if I can just get that guy to hold down for 1 minute here. Okay, there we go. Do a quick little test. Boom. Power on. Power off. Okay. I'm going to tidy up that wiring, make sure it's secure and insulated, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I've got this secured, and this is pretty much how it's all going to lay out. Let me just kind of drop this in here for now. So I've got the battery charging circuit, 5-volt up converter. We'll talk about this later. This is the audio amplifier, and here is the power for our Pi. But the way this is going to lay in here is going to be pretty much like this. That'll lay much more flat, but that right there is essentially the layout. How it's all going to kind of come together. Obviously I need to secure everything in here. I'll probably CA glue or hot glue these on the side here so they don't move, as well as get a final location for this audio circuit. But that is essentially it, guys. It now works on power. We can do a quick little demo here. Here, I'll tell you what, we'll close out the episode with a demo of the device powering up. Let's kind of put this together here real quick. None of this stuff is secure right now. And for the moment, I'm still powering the screen off of the GPIO header. So we can bring this around. Okay. So when I hit the switch here, it should all come on. I know that it's a wiring mess at the moment. Here we go. got a loose, there we go, loose connection on the video input at the moment because it's all temped together. But that is it. We are running on battery power. Some of the preliminary tests I've done, I've gotten this to run for about 2 hours and 45 minutes. Just with I just had a Nintendo game looping in the background and just monitored the time. But I'm going to go ahead and close out the episode. What we're going to work on for next time is bringing all of this together and getting our audio circuit and speaker wired up as well. But we're getting pretty close here. Thanks for watching.